When I was a kid, I thought I was getting pretty good at chess until I realized a computer could beat me 10 times out of 10. Later on, I thought I was getting decent at piano until I figured out I can program a computer to play way better than I can ever hope to play. So as a neuroscientist now, I sometimes ask myself a kind of depressing question. If computers are so smart, what are real brains good for? So in addition to being pretty smart themselves, brains are incredibly complicated, even compared to the computer algorithms that are designed to mimic how brains work. For example, one of these so-called artificial neural networks, which is shown on the bottom of the screen, contains thousands of artificial neurons with millions of connections between them. But even the brain of a laboratory mouse, shown on the top, has millions of neurons with 1 trillion connections between them. It's an absurd amount of complexity. So the goal of my research is to see if we can harness the power of artificial neural networks to understand real neural networks and the behaviors that they produce. To answer this, I developed a system that allows me to measure both the brains and the behavior of mice as they navigate in a virtual reality obstacle course. I then used artificial neural networks to measure their movements in 3 dimensions, ultimately turning over 200 million frames of video into insights about how the brain controls behavior. Specifically, I found that mice can detect obstacles in their environment and react in as little as 20 milliseconds with a coordinated leap over the obstacle. And when I used my artificial neural networks to analyze these leaps, I discovered that they're fine-tuned to perfectly match the details of the obstacle that they're getting over. What's even cooler is that I can then disrupt the part of the mouse's brain that's thought to be critical for complex sensory processing, and mice can still perform the behavior, which suggests that even the primitive parts of the brain of a primitive animal can initiate really complicated behaviors 10 times faster than the blink of an eye. So why is this so cool? Today, computers can compose symphonies and defeat chess grandmasters, but still a toddler can outperform some of our smartest robots when it comes to the basic control of movement. And now I have evidence that even a mouse brain can coordinate complicated behaviors that a computer would struggle to emulate. The irony is, it took help from an artificial neural network to reveal this beautiful behavior that only real neural networks can currently make happen.